We're back in our episode of NBA 2K14 as crazy presentation is raising up. And last episode, where the Houston Rockets defeat the Portland Trail Blazers by 7, 102 to 95, as CJ McCollum got 23 points and James Harden got 31. Dwight Howard got 22 as the getting job for the Houston Rockets. And coming up next for the matchup features the interconference game featuring Chris Paul and Blake Griffin of the Los Angeles Clippers take on Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett of the Brooklyn Nets as Devin Williams' still injury due to the broken ankle continues as they replacing by the lineup for Jason Terry in this one. Joe Johnson still in this game. Blake Griffin in here now, so it's gonna be good. And for this game, the Clippers gonna use the red and the Nets gonna use the white. And that'll do it for now. This is Andrei Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video here at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And now we are sending over to Kevin Harlan here in Brooklyn. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy the video.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. It's Thursday night basketball. It'll be the Los Angeles Clippers facing off against the Brooklyn Nets. And that'll do it from the studio. Let's get you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports broadcast crew at the arena. I'll see you back here at halftime.
The Nets play before the hometown crowd. We've got it for you tonight, live from Brooklyn, New York. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And breaking down this game, let's now take a look here at Paul Pierce.
You know, as much as anybody in the league, Pierce is able to hit the tough contested shots. And I think that's because of his strength and his skill level and his ability to knock defenders off balance before rising up and making his jump shot.
And, you know, you said earlier the big buckets down the stretch, Pierce always ready to do that. In the deciding moments of a game, that's when he really separates himself and deserves the moniker, the truth.
Looking at their last game for the Los Angeles Clippers, it was a win against the Celtics. And they pulled off a three-point win in that one. Too close for comfort, but they'll take it.
And you know what was most impressive? They wasted very few possessions in that game. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call a mute button game in front of a hostile crowd. They never let the fans get into it. Had them on their hands the whole time.
They always like to get that first lead.
Yeah, you know, Steve, a good way to set the tone early on there.
Paul kicks to Crawford. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Crawford's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Jamal Crawford is a water bug quick 6'5" combo guard with his great ball handling and ability to stop and pop. He's going to get his shot, and he's a terrific scorer from just about anywhere.
Tough assignment for that defender with the size mismatch we've seen.
Yeah, I just don't think he's big enough to handle it.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Working on Garnett. Fades away. The shot's good from Griffin. Griffin's got his first bucket in this one. You mentioned the scoring for Crawford. His defense a little more suspect.
Well, he's quick and he's got long arms. He's never been a physical defender. In certain matchups, he can struggle, but look, he's out there for his scoring. There's no question.
Here's Griffin following the basket by Brook Lopez. And Paul gets it to go in. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Now here's Terry. Last game we saw him score 14. All sorts of time. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%. Can't do better than that. You know, we talk about the Nets' deliberate pace of play earlier. One of the benefits of playing a slower game is that they rarely were in foul trouble. When you build a team around stars as they have, you want to make sure that they're on the court as much as possible.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, I caught up with Doc Rivers for a minute. He talked about how they match up with a player like Paul Pierce, saying, you know, he's one of those guys who really does it all at a high level. Defend, score, you name it. I think defensively, we may look to double some and force other players to make shots. He's one of the greats. You enjoy the challenge of playing against him and just hope you can have enough to win. Guys, we'll see who carries the day.
And that's that story, Doris. And as you said about the Nets, Clark, last season, very careful not to get in foul trouble. Very important to a team that depends so heavily on their stars. Steve DeLong, big minutes and provide the scoring.
And a large part of it is that they just play at a slower pace. But, this team just knows how to win the war of the whistles. Not only do they avoid fouls, but they have guys who know how to draw contact in the lane, get to the line, and put the other team in foul trouble.
Here's Reddick after Joe Johnson scored. Took him no time at all on that one. Dudley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Collison against Terry. It's Pierce on the wing. Fires from deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
And that one's good.
Well, once a shooter, always a shooter. J.J. Redick, one of the great marksmen of all time at Duke in the college game. And it's kept on rolling here in the NBA. He's got deep range on his three, can spot up and shoot from anywhere, and also put the ball on the floor a couple times and create a shot inside.
Great shot is right. And like you said, not only threes, but Steve, any shot where you give Redick a chance to set his feet and get a clear view of the hoop, his shot form is just too consistent for him to miss. He's one of those players who works on that just so diligently. You know he's going to find a degree of success every time out there. Brooklyn making some changes. Reggie Evans, he's checked in for Pierce. Alan Anderson comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's Tyshawn Taylor in for Jason Terry. Now here's Taylor. He passes it to Evans. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Evans has got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
Clippers have gone 8 of 8. What a hot start for them. Collison for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open looks.
Now here's Taylor. Anderson outside. It's Kirilenko on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Left side, Kirilenko. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Now, if you can't get around your defender, sometimes the best way to get a shot off is to go to that fadeaway.
Reddick dishes to Collison. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
And Flash slams it in. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that. Well,
let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Paul passes to Griffin. And that one's good.
man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Back to Blotch. An amazing finish with the hand right in his face.
You know, the more shots like that he hits, guys, the more he's going to forget the pain he's playing through. Sometimes shot making can give you that added boost of adrenaline.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Clippers ahead, leading by 6. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
Tune in next Wednesday night, December 18th. Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls go up against the Houston Rockets. Live from Houston. Be there.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what do you got? Think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And don't forget about their three-point shooting, too, because that could be a major factor here tonight.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. Chris Paul and Willie Green are in the backcourt. Matt Barnes is out there with Griffin.
The difference between being a dominant or a good team and mediocrity is the ability to win on the road. The Clippers secured their spot as one of the NBA's elite teams last season because they showed the ability to get it done on the road.
Taylor kicks to Garnett. On the money from 12 feet away. Garnett's got his second basket.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Got that one up quick. And the Clippers with one of the better road records in the Western Conference last year, going 24-17. Steve actually tied for the second most road wins in the West, only behind the Thunder.
And believe it or not, Kevin, it's the first time the Clippers franchise has ever had a winning record on the road. Actually, I do believe that when you think back to Clipper history. But I'll tell you what, it's a team on the rise and a very interesting club to watch.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, a quick turnaround for Jason Kidd from a player to head coach. Many felt he could still be playing if he wanted, but he said, quote, "My biggest fear had always been getting hurt and not being able to leave the game on my own terms." It worked out well for him, and guys, just like his playing days, always thinking a few steps ahead.
You bet. Thank you, Doris. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Here's Livingston, rejected by Griffin. Ball against Taylor. Paul kicks to Barnes. Back to Paul. Outside, Green. Pass to Griffin. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. A different look for the Clippers. Paul Pierce is checked in for Mirza Teletovic. Johnson comes in for Sean Livingston. And it's Terry in for Tyshawn Taylor. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Well, looking back at that last game between these two teams, they lost the game. I thought the difference was they were badly out-rebounded inside. And it's so tough to win a game when you can't secure that ball.
Jared Dudley's checked in for the Clippers. Crawford kicks to Griffin. Got a piece of it. Lopez against Griffin. And again, it's Brooklyn converting. And Clark talking about rebound. I'm sure that this team has been reminded of that by the coaching staff.
Without question, and you can't be surprised to see them really crash the boards in this one. They needed to get some second chance points, and their defense needed to limit the offensive rebounds at the other end. Definitely that was a focus for them, controlling and handling both backboards.
Here's Johnson, and it's blocked by Crawford. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Pierce kicks to Terry. Back to Pierce. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Pierce has got 5 points. wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And you see a player have to come out of the game like this. I mean, you just hope for the best.
That's exactly right. You do hope for the best. You cross your fingers, say a prayer, and hope it's nothing major. We'll see what the update is here shortly.
And Andrei Jordan throws it down.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous... offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play. Now, this is the second season for the Nets here in Brooklyn. It's amazing how quickly they've made themselves a part of this community. Trying to capture some of that history from sports in the past. In fact, they have the flagpole from the old Ebbets Field right outside the Barclays Center. Kind of a cool historical connection.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
And for the Nets, you notice that unlike most teams with their jerseys, whether they're on the road or at home, it's Brooklyn across their chest.
I think that represents them representing the borough, Kevin, and looking to establish a new identity. And even if you aren't a big Nets fan, for Brooklynites, it's easy to throw home a black and white sweater or jersey with Brooklyn across the front of it.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Oden's checked in. Crawford outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Crawford's got 6.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Terry dishes to Blush. And it's blocked by Jordan. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Crawford outside. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
This is what this team is all about here. I mean, they're forcing their way inside, just bulldozing themselves into the paint area, and they're having a lot of success.
For Los Angeles, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Reggie Evans, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Now here's Anderson, defended by Reddick. Anderson passes to Terry. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Here's Collison. Already shaken. And the powerful one-handed slam. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
And so that's the end of the first half. Clippers lead by 11. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. Hello, everyone. I'm Damon Bruce, and the NBA season is really getting into gear. The Los Angeles Clippers in front against the Nets at Barclays Center. As far as the conference is concerned, they're sitting right in the leader's rearview mirror. Chris Paul's carrying over the momentum from his performance against Boston. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one shot. Can you believe it? And still hanging in there, the Brooklyn Nets. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. A solid performance by Joe Johnson. He's been finding great looks for himself. His shooting percentage is about as good as it gets. And let's check out what else is happening around the NBA. The Trail Blazers in a close one against the Houston Rockets. They're behind by 4 points in the third quarter. That'll be all for us here at the studios as we head back to the start of the third quarter with Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris. Thanks so much for joining.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return, a view here of the landmark Statue of Liberty, illuminating this beautiful night. What can you say? Joe Johnson, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Nets. The front court trio of Pierce, Garnett, and Brook Lopez. Johnson is out there with Terry.
You know, the Clippers were a much improved defensive team last season. A lot of it comes from their point guard position where Paul can really ball hawk opposing ball handlers. And this team was first in the league in steals last season and top 3 in turnover differential.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Gentlemen, Andrei declined a second-year player option on his contract with the Timberwolves worth $10 million. He had to settle for a lot less in Brooklyn, but at least a chance to play for a stacked team looking to contend for a title. Kevin?
Well, they've definitely added some quality size, Doris. No question about that. Let's see how they do. KG, that's good. All across the NBA, a lot of the offenses rely on that point guard to initiate things and get the team set up in the half court. If the floor general is being hounded around the whole time, it can really throw a wrench in the offense.
Well, for the Clippers, that was a big part of their defense last year. Chris Paul and Eric Bledsoe could both really pressure the point, but with Bledsoe now in Phoenix, I don't think the Clippers' defense is quite as good at the point of attack. Well, you know, one of the toughest commodities to find in this league, Kevin, is a great point guard, not only on the floor, but off the floor. Chris Paul is a model leader. He's a guy who is probably as talented as any point guard in the league, but his leadership qualities, I think, put him over the top.
You know, it isn't just the inspiration off the court or making big-time baskets. I mean, the way he passes is infectious to his team. I mean, it's contagious. And it usually ends up permeating the whole team. Same goes for his defense. I mean, he'll come up with that big steal and can completely change the momentum with the kind of plays he can make at both ends of the floor. You know, he still got something left in the tank and in the league, but last year the Celtics already announced that they plan on retiring Paul Pierce's number when he does decide to hang it up. A well-deserved honor for one of the all-time great Celtics.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
And taken away by Paul. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Crawford's shot is good.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Nets trailed by 15. And guys, Pierce has said it. It was his wish to retire the Celtics.
Yeah, I think it's a tough call sometimes. You know, the team likely is past its championship window. A rebuild is the logical thing, but for your veteran star, I mean, how does he fit in with that? Sometimes, you know, emotion gets caught up in the decision-making process, but you got to do what's best for the team.
Griffin kicks to Paul. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Lopez sets a screen for Johnson. Lopez outside. Johnson dishes to Lopez. He's against Jordan. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson goes in, releases, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Here's Griffin.
Oh, how about that? Basketball fans.
Beautiful.
Wow. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up the lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
One of the things that really jumps out at you about the Clippers is their depth. Really impressive. I mean, they've surrounded their stars with a bench that includes Jamal Crawford, who was second in the voting for Sixth Man of the Year. They've got a nice second unit.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Lopez. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Lamar Odom. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Dudley comes in for Matt Barnes. And we talk about the bench for the Clippers last season. Also guys like Matt Barnes and Lamar Odom. Steve, some good defensive tenacity there too.
Yeah, they had an edge. You know, Barnes really gave them some toughness and some grit. I thought Crawford's shooting gave them some balance where they had a good offense to go with good defense. And then Bledsoe slashing. They're a lot of fun to watch, that bench unit.
Here's Garnett. Now here's Collison. 10 points for him. Reddick passes to Jordan. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jordan's got 10 points. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Clippers.
Now we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, really sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Rejected by Reddick. Here's Garnett. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Garnett's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Knocks it loose. And Dudley kicks to Collison. Hits the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 17.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
That's good. And that's now 20 points for Joe Johnson.
He's on a ton to help his team, guys. And he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Dudley with it. He has 6. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a 3-point play. For Los Angeles, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. Here's Terry. Can't get it to go. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Clippers ahead. They lead by 18. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
Coming up next Monday night, December 16th, the Detroit Pistons go up against Paul George and the Indiana Pacers. A battle in the East. Hoops. Action.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to Boston. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Chris Paul and Willie Green are man in the back. Griffin is out there with Odom. Here's Anderson. Paul with the block. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
With all of the on-court skills that Chris Paul possesses, perhaps his greatest attribute is the leadership he brings to a team. He just has a way about bringing guys together, encouraging them while also challenging them and holding them accountable.
Matt Barnes is checked in for Lamar Odom. Kirilenko with the screen on Green. A nice shot by Anderson.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
Go back to that leadership that Chris Paul provides. I saw that some last year in the general manager category said that he might be the best single leader on any team in the NBA.
I would agree with that. He's just a dominant presence out there, despite the fact that he's kind of short, but he just understands his point guard's role. Passionate about the game, smart basketball player, and loves to play.
Bullock, good.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And up and down season for the Nets last year, and the playoffs were just more of the same. They ended up getting knocked out by the Bulls in the only first-round matchup that went to 7 games.
And the Clippers making a change here. We play just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Johnson, that's for 2, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Johnson's got 22.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Well, back to the Nets in the playoffs. They lost a game at Barclays early and looked to be on the ropes down 3-1 after 4 games, but they did well just to steal one in Chicago and force a Game 7.
What a strange series that was. The Bulls made that miracle comeback behind Nate Robinson in 1 game and then ended up going on the road to Brooklyn and winning Game 7. What a disappointment for the Nets in their debut season in Brooklyn.
Down low, Terry. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. And that's now 7 points for Jason Terry. Here's Paul. Griffin trying to get open. The shot's good from Paul.
Well, this is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
And it's Terry off the drive, and that one's good.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Paul Pierce is checked in for Andrei Kirilenko.
Hey, I think we all knew that the Clippers were good last year, but we really took notice when they rattled off those 17 wins in a row in December. That was a franchise record, which had previously been 11, and that's when the league really took notice. This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He is yet to miss a shot.
Now Terry. Back to Lopez. Off the screen. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
That's a solidly executed kick play. I mean, it paid dividends. With that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well. I mean, he got set, did not shuffle his feet. Really well done there offensively.
Well, it was the year of the win streak last season with Miami doing what they did and Denver getting hot as well. But you know, Steve, the Clippers had the first lengthy win streak and turned some heads earlier in the season.
Yeah, what was that, about 17 games in a row they won? And I thought that kind of established the Clippers in the West, put a little fear in the rest of the conference and gave LA a swagger that I thought helped them get through the rest of the season.
Johnson dishes to Garnett. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Johnson goes in. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Johnson's got 24.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
Griffin kicks to Paul. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Second three-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
Back to Pierce. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Defense has been a little soft, allowing them some operating room inside here in the second half, and they're taking advantage of it, which is what they should do.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Andrei Blatch, he's checked in for Lopez. Evans comes in for Kevin Garnett. Alan Anderson's checked in for Joe Johnson. And it's Livingston in for Jason Terry. Andrei Kirilenko's checked in for the Nets.
You know, the new home for the Nets last season as they moved over from New Jersey to Brooklyn, and they must have loved their new digs because they were fantastic in front of this Brooklyn crowd last season. 26 and 15.
Here, and that is good. Clippers leading by 20. Here's Wayans. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Blake Griffin. Clark, you're right. The Nets are making a good impression here, as you were saying. Always good for a team to open up a new arena with a strong record at home.
And what a great stadium, guys. The Barclays Center, one of the best-looking floors in the NBA. Great design all around. And even on the outside, when you walk up to the arena here in Brooklyn, it's just a beautiful atmosphere. They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
Anderson passes to Livingston.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
Well, head coach Jason Kidd, that's a phrase I didn't expect to hear this quickly, but Kidd wasted no time. Only a matter of weeks after he announced his retirement as a player, he was named the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. And it's going to be interesting to see the transition. Kidd, obviously great basketball IQ, so well respected as a person in the league. I think it's just a matter of time before he really finds his footing and becomes an excellent coach.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
13 seconds on the shot. 13.
And Blatch kicks to Anderson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Blatch backing down. 8 feet away. Another one falls for Brooklyn. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Here's Wayans.
Here we go, let's do it. I'm open.
So the Clippers winning this one. Easily. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Blake Griffin.
And that will be easy win for the LA Clippers, and everyone's got to hear everything. And Norris Cole somehow got injured. No! Norris Cole is out for bone bruise. It's 2 to 4 weeks. No way. And Marcus Cousins will be able to play. Gallinari is back now. Everyone is healed. Dwight Howard is now healed. He's going to be ready to prepare in the next game now. So, let's check out the view box score as the Clippers dominate the Nets. 24 points for Joe Johnson. Chris Paul got 29. Griffin got 24. Collison's got 15. And Jordan got 12. What a huge night for LA Clippers. Lab City shows them up. So we got December 13 coming up. We got another ESPN game here. We got the Bobcats, Pacers, Cavaliers, Magic, Sixers, Raptors, Grizzlies, Pelicans, and our game features our first 2 games on ESPN Friday. We got the Lakers, Thunder, and then we got the Rockets, Warriors in the second game. And after that, we got the Jazz, Nuggets, Kings, Suns, Wizards, Hawks, Knicks, Celtics, Nets, Clippers, Nets, Pistons, Bulls, Bucks, and Timberwolves, Spurs. So as you see, Sacramento Kings since the 3-game win streak since dating back to winless season, winless start the game. So, skipping all the way to Grizzlies Pelicans game with the first matchup, we got the Bobcats Pacers and the Bobcats win. Danny Granger got 22, Hilbert got 15, George got 14, Anderson got 26, and so close to triple-double with Kemba Walker 21, 11, and 9. Cavaliers and the Magic win by 1 point. Boosie Beach got 22 and 12. Turku got 20. Apollo got 20 as well. Irving, despite scored 36 points, and G got 19. Sixers and the Raptors, and the Sixers win despite Rudy Gay so close to triple-double with 26 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. Jason Richardson got 37. Spencer Hawes got 23, and Young got 18 and 12. And finally, Grizzlies and the Pelicans. It is the Pelicans win. Anthony Davis got 25 and 12. Holiday got 23. Evans got 21. Gordon got 17 and 12. We got Random got 21 and 9. And Prince got 21 and 7. So now, first game of the day, let's check out some injury reports so far. Jaron Green still Cerny. Duncan still at Cerny day to day. Everyone's day to day. See, Darren Williams out for 6 and 8 weeks due to the broken ankle. On the other hand, Dallas still have left due to this one. That was the Rosen still injured due to the broken jaw. Sean Marion still have injured. You see Devin Harris, they have sprained wrists. Everyone's injury so far. We look at the Nuggets and the Pistons, our injury report with Chauncey Billups, Red Hamilton, Nate Robinson. You see JJ Hickson turns back-to-back spams. And you see the injuries so far. So many out there. Robin Lopez out for the next sprained foot. Still have to wait for it. Derek Fisher still waiting for broken finger. Separate shoulder right there. And now we're ready to go to work. And you see sprained neck form. Jose Calderon. Everyone's got injuries so far. It's time to check out the All-Star votes in the backcourt. You see the backcourt for Kobe Bryant, Jaron Green, Chris Paul, Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard, Russell Westbrook, Jeremy Lin, Toy Parker, Klay Thompson, and Monte Ellis. And for the front court, Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Durant, Tim Duncan, Dwight Howard, Kevin Love, Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee, Mark Gasol, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Blake Griffin. And for the East side, we got Jason Richardson, Rajon Rondo, Darren Williams, Kyrie Irving, Derrick Rose, Kemba Walker, Paul George, John Wall, Brandon Knight, Brandon Jennings, and that's finalists. And finally, LeBron James, Josh Smith, Carmelo Anthony, Paul Millsap, Michael Jokic, Danny Granger, Rudy Gay, Nerys Noel, Al Jefferson, and Evan Turner. Players of the week here, no one's getting inside. With players of the month, we got Camaro and Curry, and Noel's doing perfect. See what's going on. See what's going on to check the records during 2013-14 season. So you see LeBron James scored 57 points, but in real life was 2014 they scored 62 points. Meanwhile, you see LeBron's got 57 points. How did the last game the Heat there? Let's see. So the defeat against the Suns is 57 points for Miami. It was LeBron James. So let's check out some more View box. Oh, that's don't try to go for old record teams. Gonna try closer. See there, you got 10 3-pointers, and that looks like there's nothing there. You see, Westbrook got 10 turnovers in this game. Kevin Love got 51. That was crazy. All right. Let's see the other standings. Check out the some standings right here. We got the Rockets, Clippers, Blazers, Spurs, Lakers, Pelicans, Grizzlies, and the Warriors. And the Hunt was Nuggets, Thunder. And on the East, we got the Heat, Bulls, Hawks, Bucks, Pistons, Wizards, Celtics, Cavaliers, Bobcats, Pacers. So let's see what's in the last team. And let's check out some power rankings there, as the top 4 remains Miami, Houston, Chicago, and San Antonio. But the Blazers, Clippers move into 6 and 7, Hawks up to 7, Bucks to the 8. How did the Spurs are fall in the top 5? How did the top 5 failed? Where's the rest of top 5? Where did fit out of the Detroit Pistons? Okay. The streak comes from league leaders so far: Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Dwight Howard. Was that DNQ did not qualify? Let's see that because of the injuries. Dwight Howard, LeBron James, Derrick Rose. So see, there's Nowitzki right now. So well, we are underway here. We are heading to our main game. Heads to Oklahoma City. It's gonna be first game of the day for the marquee matchup. So next game, for the first game, another double here for you. Our next game, we're off to Chesapeake Energy Arena in Oklahoma City. We got the marquee matchup. Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol of the Los Angeles Lakers take on Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and followed by Dwight Howard and James Harden of the Houston Rockets take on Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors. And that'll do it for now. This is Andrei Genshin. The earlier today, Game 6. The result was Houston Rockets are now forces game number 7 on Monday. And so we got a game 7, 2 game 7s tomorrow night. We're off to Ball Arena. We got game 7 on our hand. We features the Clippers and the Nuggets. And game 7 also in the West, we got the Warriors Rockets series. It's gonna be a good game. So that'll do it for now. This is Andrei Kenshin. We'll see you tomorrow with another doubleheader for you. We're off to Chesapeake Energy Arena and back to Oracle Arena for the Lakers Thunder and then the Rockets Warriors. I'm Andrei Kenshin. Say so long for Barclays Center in Brooklyn. We'll see you tomorrow here in Chesapeake Energy Arena and Oracle Arena. The Los Angeles Lakers and the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets take on the Golden State Warriors. I'm Drake Henshin once again say so long for Brooklyn. It's time to say sign up and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we see you tomorrow with another doubleheader for you. We got the Lakers Thunder and Rockets Warriors. Sign up and peace out. Good night.